All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and the sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I want to go into a topic basically going into that we are the protectors of the earth and the natural order. Reason being is because we're the only ones out there standing for what's right in general. We're the only ones that's really standing up against the wickedness. You don't see Esau defending our people. Hell, you don't even see Esau defending their own. I mean, unless it's just to get over on Jake. Yeah, they'll do that. But no one's stopping anything from the things that's going on in this place. No one's standing up to our women being whores, and well, they're starting to catch up there. But we're the ones telling things like how it is. We're the ones telling things like how life should be. So I'm gonna start it off with Romans 12:2. And it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." Meaning we're going to be restarting over. We're cleansing the corruption off our mind. See, that scripture would have no reason to be there if that meant you were already corrupted. So let's read that again. It says, "And be not conformed to this world." Why? Because of the stuff that goes on here. Before we came to the truth, we wasn't standing up doing what we're doing now. But back then we were just worried about our average life. And that's pretty much how our people take it. Just going on about the average life. But our people love it in this place. Back then, I mean, I will speak for myself. Before I came to the truth, the Lord pretty much already gave me a spirit of already hating this place. Because there's stuff we already gotta do. Basically, you gotta go to school to learn what? You gotta get a job to get paid what? Not even enough. And then you gotta deal with more stress of people. And then it was so much things that was just going through my head back then. It's just like why would I even love this place? And people used to get mad like, why don't you go back to Africa? Remember, I wasn't born there. First of all, it wouldn't make a difference anyways. I probably still just hate the next place just as much. So, and that's mostly because this world is fucked up as it is, especially since Africa is run by Esau as well. So it still wouldn't make a difference. Esau runs that place just like he runs here. And this is why this scripture is perfect, because we gotta be able to be conformed, not be conformed to this world, because this is nothing but pollution. That goes to show you that our people are quick to toss you aside for not loving in a society that's meant to screw them over. So it says here, "But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh." How? Okay, so to be able to do those things, we got to know what it is that scripture equates to. That's why you won't. That's why the Lord didn't set up many brothers that was already brought into the truth, because they wouldn't know what that good is unless, of course, you've been ultimately groomed from the jump by, especially your parents, to pretty much show you that way, to know what is the difference between right and wrong, to know basically. And that's how it is in this truth. Once you come into this truth, you start seeing the things that wasn't supposed to. That's not supposed to be there. You look back at this place like, damn, this place is really messed up. Now we can entirely judge the things that are good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh, and we could perfectly tell that this place is certainly not it. Especially not because of Esau. Esau's the main factor. He is the number one that is our number one enemy. Number two, running up, is our own people. because they follow right behind Esau. They follow his ways. They grow. They grow. They take Esau's ways to another level, and then you got the heathens. So it's a 4-man war basically, because you have Esau on down our backs. You have our own people blatantly down our backs, and you got the heathens. They'll sit to the side, but they'll still get on our backs as well. Because guess what? They don't trust another nigga that walks into that store. They know they about to steal something. Which 9 times out of 10, or I would say 7 times out of 10, a nigga will try to steal shit. So it's no difference. So the reason, like I said, I want to go into this is because we are protecting the earth, not just the earth, but we're defending the doctrine that protects the earth, that Esau is trying to destroy with all his uh, contraptions. So this is Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." And that's another thing we're protecting, the house of Israel, not from everybody, but for the elect. That's the important thing about the house of Israel, is that we're out there trying to bring in and protect the elect. It says, "Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." I mean, that's all very important, because of course our people is going to be brought back righteously, pretty much righteously, but it's the elect that's going to get it pretty much get the rewards first, as I should say. So it says here, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life." Yeah, so you got guys out there on this whole black and white skin color. You got a very light skinned Jake, or should I say, you have quote unquote Edomite looking Jake. Because guess what? The whole, as they like people like to say, the whole race mixing thing. You're gonna have an Israelite that looks white, but because you're not trying to look at it at that standpoint of view, you're not trying to save the man's life, because you refuse to acknowledge that an Edomite, that an Israelite can look white, or Japanese, Chinese, African, or I should say Hamite, Arab, Ishmaelite, Salakia. These are the things that goes for even for us, because we got to make sure we know for a fact that we are teaching the 100% truth, because these are all playing a factor. So when we're protecting the earth, we're also protecting the elect, because who's the one who gives us that power to protect? Ultimately, the Lord, because He's the one that gives us that protection to even do that. We're like the wall, like a wall, or like a dam, or as people like to go on, like the Great Wall of China, we're the Great Wall of Israel. we're the walls defending what's righteous, or what's supposed to be taken care of, really. So I'm gonna go into some words. Let's see. Let's go to protect. This is the word protect. It says to cover or shield from exposure, injury, damage, or destruction. And here we are trying to save lives, specifically the elect. We're protecting something that's valuable upon this earth, upon the Lord, really. We're the ones that's protecting the natural order, or trying to show you that, or by showing you then how the natural order is supposed to be set up. So let's see. Let's actually the next one I wanted to go into was defender, which is very simple. It's pretty much two on, but just to skip to the point, it says one that defends. What are we defending? What is Esau defending? When's our people defending? Our people's defending Esau and his wicked ways, and they try and defend their wicked ways. Esau, he's defending himself, and he doesn't care who defends him. He'll use them as sacrificial lambs, which is exactly what our people are. Sacrificial lambs. We're defending the gospel. We're defending the truth. We're defending what is right. We're defending the natural order that's supposed to be set upon this place. That Esau likes to twist. So let's go a little bit further. This is the word guardian angel. Because I remember this word coming back. I know this word is pretty much old, but I remember hearing this word when I was a child. They even used to put it in TV shows like, "Oh, you're like my guardian angel." I think that was a song as well. I might be wrong. But the definition of it is an angel believed to have special care of a particular individual. And the word angel just means messengers. That's what we are. We're messengers. We're the ones delivering the message that you got to come back and get right or be destroyed. But it says here, an angel believed to have special care of a particular individual. We're, as a camp, or as Israelites, as a camp, even included, we're guardian angels, which means we're believed to have a special care of the elect. Of course, our people, but they gotta get destroyed. But the elect is what we're out there for. Of course, doing our job of condemning Esau and bringing out prophecy, number one. But the elect as well. That's what we have a special, particular care for. And in this truth, we don't know who's of the elect, especially coming in this truth, or even outside. But in this truth, we as brothers have a special, particular care for each other. And that goes for any hopeful elect that's out there coming into this truth. We have a special, particular care for you. These are all very important. Because it may not look like it, but we're actually doing a very important job defending what is right. Or defending nature, because nature is a big part of life. Defending the earth, defending the gospel. We're actually out there doing things. And a lot of you people out there claiming we ain't doing nothing, we're doing a hell of a lot more than you people are. Because you out there saying you gotta take up arms against the white man. Here you are having your own militia, and none of you niggas are shooting it at Esau. Y'all quit to shoot them at each other, but y'all ain't shooting them at Esau. We haven't heard one thing about that. Because best believe, if y'all would have started something, oh, it'd be all over media. So that's how we know y'all ain't even doing nothing. So what we're doing is more important than your trivial ways of trying to take down a government that you can't even do. But of course, this is all by the spirit of the Most High. He's not allowing y'all to do it, because if let him take his hand off, let the Lord take his hand off of even letting y'all stay your hands. Y'all would have been massacred. You black militias, you black freedom fighters, y'all don't stand a chance against Esau's military. Y'all are still there to serve a purpose. But I won't jump off topic, because this is relevant, because we are showing that we have a higher purpose. We're being called to a higher purpose. So I'm gonna get some more scriptures. This is St. John 7:38. It says, "He that believes me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters." Now, a lot of you people like to take the Bible is something literal. When it benefits you, especially when it comes to eating all sorts of abominable things, just because uh in the scripture it said y'all think it's that y'all misunderstood it to say that it is clean. Doesn't mean it was clean to eat. Now let's go into that word living, because let me read that. It says this is St. John 7:38. It says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living waters." So let's get that word living. This is the definition of living: having life, active, functioning, exhibiting the life or motion of nature, which Esau is is turning that upside down. He'll do it's all sorts of things Esau's trying to do. I could go into it, but I won't. But for self examples, he'll try any wicked mess he can think of. It says full of life and vigor, and when you look at our people, you can really see that our people are dead, just walking around. They, especially when they hocked up on drugs. But not even let's not even go there. Let's go even to the average people. When you just walk outside your house, you just watch, or even go downtown. You go downtown in any state or any neighborhood and just watch the people. And you'll get a feeling that they're all asleep. Or not even asleep, but they're just dead. You'll know the ones that just ain't gonna wake up. When you're living, last time I checked, only the living can save someone that's dying. And who are the ones that's really out there dying is really the elect. And I don't mean physically, but spiritually they are, because the Lord has a certain elect. So he puts them, even when before we came into the truth, we was in a state of dying until the Lord brings us in, and then we can live. We have a better understanding of life. See, the people that don't understand it, they're too far in the darkness, in the ditch, too far in that grave that Esau made them dig up. But in this truth, it's like recovering from a bad damage, because not being in this truth is a bad damage, really. But when you come into this truth, you get better understanding. You live a bit better. You got a better way of life. You get the better way of understanding life. So these are all key points and relevance to pretty much being a protector. Because a protector is like a defender, and of course a defender is like, if you think of like gladiators, for example, they don't go down easy. They have a lot of life in them to keep going. They're fighting for something, and they won't stop until the body drops. Even then, they'll still be kicking and dragging. So this is how we are in the truth. We're gladiators. We're defending. We're like the knights that are pretty much going trying to save they're trying to make it to the kingdom. So this is the final scripture right here. This is Proverbs 30:5. It says, "Every word of Yahweh is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him." And that don't mean you average Christians thinking, "Oh, God, I've been saved," or "God is with me." Y'all don't even have, y'all can't even debate that. It says he is a shield unto them that put their trust into him. And this is what we do. This is why we could go out on the corners and do what we do, and spiritually remain sound on the foundation. Of course, if Esau tells us to move from a spot, then so be it. We'll move to another spot where there's still many of people. We're being protected from Any nigga that could have ran up on us and shot us, any Edomite that could have ran up on us and shot us, or anything that could have, any other thing that could have happened. That's because we put our faith into the Lord that protects us. And it says, add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee and be found a liar. So while we're out there, we have to make sure, or we got to be very sure that we are speaking very sound wisdom out there to really gain the elect. Because these are all relevant. Because that's what we're out there for. We're out there for the elect, to condemn Esau and his wicked kingdom, and prophecy, which is the main one. The prophecy's got to come. And gathering the elect is one of them until it be sealed. So as we can clearly see, Esau is not a defender. He's not protecting the earth. He's the one digging holes into the earth. He's the one draining the oil out of the earth, causing natural disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, now fire tornadoes. Esau done fucked up a lot of stuff. Not people follow right along with him. And Esau is just some great guy that he could just pin terrorism on another nation that's not even doing anything terroristic. But yeah, Esau is the one that's loved. But yet we're the ones speaking hate when we're out there telling them how life is supposed to be. That goes to show you that our mindset of our people is just focused solely on Esau. And that's why we don't get bent out of shape about our people loving Esau. Jeremiah 11:14 says, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry of prayer for them, for I will not hear them for their time of trouble come. This is one of those reasons. We're only out there for the elect, and that's bottom line. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying, and shalom.